So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
Hey, welcome to Ho Ho Hong Kong. I'm Andy Curtin and I'm here with my very good friend
Vivek Mahbubani.
and we have a special guest today, Belinda Esterhammer.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good. If you guys want to catch me online, I am at Andy Curtin, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah, you can catch me at Funny Vivek with the letter M after that on Facebook and Instagram.
And catch me at belindaesterhammer.com.
And so you have a lot of things going on, Belinda. You are a co-host of Hashtag Impact. You're the host of the Belinda Esterhammer Show. You're kicking off Fem Founded. And I'm pretty excited to have you on today. So today we're going to talk about your life, when you moved out here. We'll talk about
being a woman in Hong Kong.
Which something Vivek's going to chime in on that
I want to know more
one.
about, yeah.
Some of the challenges that women face in the workplace.
And how to basically solve the problem of food staining your hands.
Yeah. and also, with some of the projects that you've been working on.
Cool.
So when did you first come to Hong Kong, right? Like, because your mother's from here.
I mean, the first time.
Yeah.
5 months, 6 months.
5, 6 months old.
Well, I was born and raised in Austria. So my dad's from Austria, my mom's from Hong Kong. But I think the first time she brought me here when I was under a year to show me to her family.
And what do you remember of that trip?
Oh my God. Since then, she brought me back every year until I was 14.
So you've always had a pretty strong connection with Hong Kong.
Yes, but I didn't like it as a kid.
Wow. Okay. I mean, it's interesting that you said, your mom brought you here when you were 5 or 6 months old and was like, I wanted to show you around. I'm like, wow, you're ready to go. All right, honey, you're 6 months old. Let's get to work. What are you seeing? Is that round or is
very
that
Hong Kong?
yeah, getting straight to work. I like
think
it.
she was more showing me off.
Ah.
She always says I was a cute baby.
Oh, okay.
Mixed babies.
That's also very Hong Kong.
Both my kids are mixed. So, with a face like this, I've managed to produce good-looking children. So,
Yeah.
that's a testimony to that.
Clearly, Andy's DNA is very weak.
Thanks, buddy. So great to co-host. I really appreciate the support that we have.
So you were saying when you were first here, you didn't really like Hong Kong, right?
I had bad experience as a kid coming to Hong Kong because she brought
Must
us
have
back.
been intense, right? From Austria.
Yeah,
6 months old, man. That's a tough time.
I think she's referring to
Okay.
memories later in life.
Sorry.
I think I got over that. Therapy. No, but every year she brought us back in August and typhoon season. And she brought us back for like 3 weeks. Because that was also when we had our school holidays. But that was basically the best time to be in Austria, in the mountains, in the forest. I hate winters.
Not the best time to be in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
For
it's
like
not the
several reasons.
Let me
Also, as a kid, I only had my brother, basically, so, and we were, in one of these Hong Kong apartments.
Oh.
And she loves to shop, so she used to drag us to these, local wet markets. My brother and I, we hated it, and
I love it how you say your mom likes to shop and you refer to wet markets. I was thinking like shopping malls and everything. You're like, all right, we're gonna
Gucci
go.
bags? No.
Yeah.
Fish.
Does this fish fit you?
she saw Hong Kong every time as an opportunity to stock up on all the things that she could not get in Austria.
Yeah.
Wet markets, Mongkok, all the markets basically, and her whole suitcase was full of dried fish and everything else that she brought back. And
Well, the good thing is you would never lose your suitcase. No, everyone's like, that's not mine.
we flew
Definitely
back
not
always
mine.
with 4 suitcases.
You're like, that's
Yeah.
not my suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, interesting experience, but as a kid, I really didn't like it.
So when did you move here? Or what made you move here?
So 10 years ago, I did an exchange here. Because I speak fluent Cantonese, I thought I should just give my mom's heritage another go alone without her and her shopping habits. So I decided to come here. I went on an exchange here, and actually I fell in love with the city. I went to HKU.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically, all those years you've been coming, you'd only seen the shopping part, the wet markets.
Like,
and
yeah,
then-
it turns out there's some other parts other than the wet markets.
Yeah, exactly. There's no guy screaming at you. There's no ice on the floor. Okay.
No pigs on the floor.
Yeah,
like
that is what- yeah,
I think
exactly.
the ice is the least offensive thing.
I wanted
Yeah.
to make jokes about it, but I don't know what the wet markets are like here. I'm just thinking of the Chinese ones
You
where
haven't
it's
been
like,
to one.
Well, I haven't been here that long, actually.
Half a year.
Yeah.
I mean, she was 6 months old. She was already in Hong Kong, Andy. Think
All
about
right,
it.
What is this? Wet
Yeah,
Market
I was
Pride
probably
Week?
parading through the wet market.
Wet Market Pride Week. You get multicolored meats. That'd be awesome.
Rainbow fish.
Mardi Gras, wet market style.
People throwing beads at you. It's like, ow.
This is
All right, let's
escalating
Or
out of
dried
control.
fish.
So you were in Hong Kong, you exchange student, then you just saw Hong Kong from a different angle, from your own eyes, really, right? And then
Yeah.
you just felt, okay, this city makes
Realised
sense
it's
to me.
Great.
Yeah.
Great place.
What was the one thing that kind of got your attention that you're like, wait a second, this is not as all bad?
LKF.
I was going to say, I was like 2009, what, 2010? I know what Hong Kong was like back then.
Yeah.
That was like party 24 hours a day.
Yeah. I mean,
LKF was wild.
It
One
still
try
is.
Wednesdays.
Yeah, I mean,
It
it
is-
still is because
wow.
it's where the Riff, that comedy club that we're recording it right now.
No, but not like LKF back then.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
That was, you
That was
probably
way
never
different.
went there. Did
Me?
you go?
Nah, man.
Yeah,
Nah.
it was mental.
I saw pictures online. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. I remember,
Nice.
It was crazy.
Well, there you go. That's a good contrast, right? Wet market by day, LKF by night. You know, you've seen both spectrums.
yeah, that's the,
I've seen it all.
You've seen it all.
that's the booze market.
Yeah. But we talked about, like, you know, you being mixed race as well, and you speak fluent Cantonese, which, let me just say, everyone, is so much fun, right? When you don't look properly Chinese and you speak Cantonese, oh, it never gets old, does
Basic
it?
gone.
我梗係識講啦，Andy 唔識講啦。
Hey, hey,
Righto.
tell you what's fun, not looking Chinese and not speaking Cantonese.
But then don't you get a lot of times those looks where when you do speak Cantonese and everyone's just confused, they're like, should I be upset or should I be happy that you speak it?
But people probably figure
They're
out.
never upset, no. But people are just confused. They look at me and they're like, why can't she speak? And then I often hear, wow, you can speak it really well.
Yeah.
And then they're
Interesting.
like, when did you move here? And I'm like 5 years ago. And they say, how do you learn Cantonese like that in 5 years? And I'm like, no, yeah. So
You have to carry around like an FAQ, right? It's the same
yeah.
questions every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Mandarin, the 混血儿 is the mixed babies.
I don't speak Mandarin,
I
but
don't speak Mandarin.
Oh, you are the odd one out,
But
Andy.
that word though, right? Like
yeah.
you must have your own version of that, like mixed.
Oh,
Like,
you mean?
like people in the mainland are obsessed with mixed kids.
Oh, yeah. So in Cantonese,
And they-
it's
they
one
either-
hut yi.
They either know that they're mixed or they think they're from Xinjiang.
Yeah.
Because Central Asians look mixed.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
Actually,
I mean,
kind of makes sense. a
so
little
in
bit.
Cantonese, the term is one hut yi, which means mixed blood kid. That's basically what it is.
It's probably the same character.
Yeah, probably the same thing. All right, okay. Well, there we go. We've established that Cantonese Mandarin. We have one Mandarin versus two Cantonese today. Let's continue the podcast
Yeah,
in
well,
English.
give it a few years, and I think
Yeah.
Mandarin will.
We'll
take
get there.
it
We'll
over.
get there. Yeah. But then, so I also find that, you know, growing up over here, and I'm Indian and I speak Cantonese, and usually it's that initial factor of people seeing you speak Cantonese, and they're very happy about it, right? But then they start asking you things, they start expecting certain things from you. You must get a lot of
What
that
do
with
they expect from you?
well, as a comedian, they expect me to be funny. You know, and then I expect them to show me their ticket, and they don't, so I don't tell them any jokes, right? But then the other thing they expect is like, oh, are you married yet? That's one that I get all the time. Are you married yet? Why aren't you married yet? You know, what's going on? You don't like Hong Kong women? Like, well, get married now. Okay.
so
And you're like, they don't like me.
Exactly. They don't even let me say that. I'm like, but it's not me. It's their taste. That's the problem. I'm fine.
I have the benefit of looking really young, even though I'm in my 30s. So they look at me and they're like, I think she just goes to university. I shouldn't bother her yet with a husband.
For the record, this podcast thinks being in your early 30s is young, so we're gonna keep that.
Disclaimer.
30 is
This
better
is not
number.
Nickelodeon, all right.
Yeah. But
So it must be, and for a woman as well. Like this is one of the things we want to get into. Like,
Yeah.
what is it like? Like Vivek and I feel
Men.
we have strong opinions about what it's like to be a woman in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
but maybe.
But I feel like my
had a
tone
different
can't.
experience.
Yeah, I can't voice it out the same way women can. So, you know, being a woman in Hong Kong, tell us more about that.
What a question!
What a great open question.
How's it like not being a dude?
How is it being alive?
So, just to clarify, what we do on this podcast, Andy does the homework.
Penises. Who needs them?
Yeah, Andy does the homework. He invites the guests, and I say something silly, and somehow this is okay.
By silly he means wildly inappropriate.
Yeah. So do tell me. So being a woman in Hong Kong all these years, you know, you were here when you're 6 months old, and you're still here. So what's it like?
I moved here intentionally. So 5 years ago, I I lived all over Asia. I lived in the Philippines. I had a quick stint in Australia, which really bored me to death. And then I decided to feel alive again and moved to Hong Kong. And so I moved here intentionally because it always felt a bit like unfinished business 10 years ago, and decided to give it another shot. So when people ask me, especially local people, when they realize I speak Cantonese and everything, they're like, but you're not from here, you're from Austria. Like, why did you move here? Did you move here with your parents? Then again, I'm like, no, I moved here alone by myself. I'm an independent woman. And also I decided to live here. And they're like, but why? You don't have space here. The system is broken.
I mean, I would say that if I did the exact same things you did, the one difference is people won't probably ask me why. Right? They look at you like, I'm an independent woman, I want to do my own thing. They're like, but why? Why do you want to do your own thing? Whereas if I did it, they'd be like, okay, I don't really care. You're irrelevant to me. Why are you talking to me? I don't know you. Get away from me.
You mean so you don't give a shit about what random people think?
So I don't, but a lot of people don't care about what I do either. So in other words, like what I'm saying is that when you talked about how when you tell people what you're doing, I moved here because I wanted to build my own life and everything, and people always question like, why? Why do you want to do that? Like,
Why Hong Kong local people?
Yeah.
So you really feel that they don't want to live here, but they're like, if I could move, I would move. It's something I hear really often. Even my mom's family, they were really confused when my mom told them.
They're like, we worked so hard to get out.
Yeah.
My mom's family, they said, why is she coming back here after her exchange?
Maybe it was a conspiracy theory. Your mom brought you here, showed you only the wet markets, thinking, don't ever come back. That's the point. I don't want you to like the city. This is a great city, but don't like it.
Suffering
she didn't
turtles.
even, so she put no effort in really making Hong Kong attractive to me. She didn't even get me a Hong Kong ID when I was born.
No.
So I'm on a visa here. Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because I always when I decided to move back here,
That's the most unpatriotic thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
she told me her answer is, how should I know that you want to live in Hong Kong when you're grown up?
Yeah, good to have the option.
Yeah.
God, Europeans, you're all about having 15 passports and...
Yeah, your Austrian side must be thinking, well, I'll be fine. It's okay. The mom's kind of going like wet markets. They'll be there all the time anyway.
But obviously in a lot of the things that you've chosen to do, there's a big element of like, supporting the female community and helping female creators and stuff like that. At what point did you feel like that was something you wanted to get really into?
I think I just slipped into it through a lot of different experiences working in the tech field, working in corporate life. On my first day, for example, in Hong Kong, in corporate, somebody walked up to me. And because I look much younger, people always think they get away, with saying things to me. So he said to me, he's like, but you look young. He said, is it your first day? I said, yes. He said, but you're pretty. Why do you work here? Why don't you just have a rich husband?
Wow.
I mean, in my defense, I meant it as a compliment, It wasn't...
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I was like, that sounds like Andy, and like, boom, it is. I was like, oh my goodness, I was right on the
nobody
dot.
would say to him.
No.
Because Andy doesn't look young, and he really shouldn't be anywhere.
You guys are great. I really enjoyed this.
Wow. So first day, straight up, this guy is trying to be funny, or who knows?
No.
Even offensive?
Oh my God, in corporate, I had
What
so
year?
many
Like,
encounters.
I feel like, was it like 2011?
2016.
2016.
Oh my Lord.
Wow.
I had other encounters in corporate here.
That is hard. Yeah, I believe you, but it's hard to believe that people are still kicking around getting away with that.
Oh my God, you would not believe how sexist corporate is. One time, somebody said to boost gender.
Yeah.
And he said, and because there were not enough women on the call, so this person said to my boss and me on the call, he said, oh, we need more vaginas on the call, so sort it out.
Wow. Okay. First of all, the fact that there was the problem was there were not enough women on the call. Like,
You're like,
why
No,
do you need?
we
not
were
sure how you
organizing
think.
one.
Oh,
we were
okay, okay.
organizing a webinar back.
So women
several
on the
years
team,
ago.
you mean? Oh, okay, okay. I thought it was like
We
literally on the
have
phone call. I need
vaginas.
a
I'm
few
not
more
sure
women.
you think we use the phone, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's not how it's been done.
No. We were not having a tea party, and he felt
Oh
like
my
he wants
goodness!
Yeah,
Wow,
that's-
wow. Okay, first of all, I hope that's not the same guy who gave you the compliment on the first day,
No,
or the quote
different. A
unquote
lot
joke.
of different people. This was a guy who was based in a different office. He
It's
said
a-
it on the phone.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look through my whole set list now. You've given me new perspective on what's funny, what's not. I'm like, wait.
Yeah,
a
well, I
second.
mean, it's like just thinking about like the George Floyd thing that's going on right now. We were talking about it before. Is like some of my friends can't understand, why the African American community reacting the way they do. And one of my African American friends was like, what they don't understand is like, this is a nerve that's been touched again and again throughout our life. And when you keep hitting that raw nerve, it's like maybe one individual statement in isolation doesn't mean that much, but it's the accumulation. And, you know, if it happens once a month, that's like over time, that's a huge volume of incidences that you've got just stacking up on each other.
Yeah. So that must be like commonplace. I mean, on average, wherever you go, I'm sure every now and then there's that one comment. Are you kind of like just bored of it by now?
And is what I'm saying resonating with you? Does that?
I tell people to fuck off at this point.
But you know what I mean, though, right? It's like here we go again. Like here's the same
it's
thing
basically
again.
like, here we go. I'm like, do you want to mansplain something to me? I'm like, what's your point? So what? I just, for example, also, it was my birthday last week. Somebody also commented on a picture I shared. He said, but you don't look your age. I also said to him, I'm like, what's your point then? Should it be a compliment? Like, yeah.
Yeah, as in like,
are you saying I'm old, or are you saying
I'm not grown up enough?
Yeah.
Like,
are you
which
saying
way?
I'm not mature enough? Like, yeah.
Yeah, because I look the way I look, and that's my age, so
Exactly.
I look my age.
I can't change the way I look. I
Yeah.
don't care. Don't tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm smart.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, that's the first of all, you're smart.
Yeah.
Just want to say that. That's one.
I
Just getting it out there. Just getting it out there, Rita.
You guys want to talk about soccer or something? It's fun. Yeah,
But then, 'cause,
I
like-
think that as a manager, like managing people, it's especially like managing bar staff. I want my bar staff to feel camaraderie, but then some of them, both the women and the men, don't realize that something inappropriate's been said, and you have to come in and be like, yeah, okay, it's like commenting about appearance is a big thing.
You're like the sandpaper,
It's
right?
Like, just
when it
don't
gets a bit rough.
comment about appearance.
Yeah.
Even like with the comics, sometimes I have to be like, all right, just put,
I do
put the
it
hand
so
up and go.
often. When I was still
But
working,
people don't. It's sometimes the intention isn't
No,
bad,
but when
but that
people
doesn't mean
come
it's not a problem.
but when people come up to you and they say, "Oh, you look bloated today," or "Have you gained weight?"
Are they doing that in English or in Cantonese?
In both, I had also
Wow.
that also happens to my female expat friends
Well,
who are white. But people come up to them. For example, I had one of them, and they just pretty regularly walked up to her, and they're like, "Oh, you didn't wash your hair today. It looks so greasy." Ha ha ha.
Wow. I mean, like,
I would say that.
the weird thing is, like, after working out so much, I would love to have people come up to be like, "Oh, you look a bit plump today." I'm like, "Well, I've been working out. Thank
My
you."
thing is like people always say to me like, "Oh, you look so tired." I'm like, "I slept like a baby last night." Like,
Yeah.
this is my face.
Yeah, I'm naturally tired.
Piss off.
But yeah, that's also that weird compliment you get where people kind of want to poke at you. They're saying this stuff, but they don't realize that I didn't need you to tell me this. I know. Like it's like coming up to me saying, "Oh, you look a bit hairy today." I'm like, I don't need you to be telling me that stuff. I know it, and I don't care.
But for
Well,
me
to be
also,
honest,
I
I
know
meant
I
it as a
don't.
compliment.
Andy, yeah. Andy's trying to compliment everyone. He's the manager, making sure everyone doesn't offend each other, and he's the one offending everyone.
This is true.
Don't do
Are
what
you
I
saying
do.
things like, "You look smart today"?
Yeah, every
I
day.
never say that to any
Every day.
idiots I work with.
I get out of the lift straight up. He's like, "Hey, you look smart today." I'm like, "Andy, what? Like, no hellos first?"
You know, another one that's an interesting one for comedy is like hosts do this all the time. Is they'll introduce the guys as being funny and then the girls as being beautiful. It
Oh,
happens
yeah.
all the
Oh my
time.
God.
Yeah.
And I've had people. I've been as manager. I've had to go up to guys and be like, "You gotta stop with the introduction to the appearance. Like, if you're gonna call them funny, make sure you call in. There's some equality about who you're saying is funny."
Yeah.
And comics are always like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's totally a thing."
So would you say like it's actually getting tired of that the whole appearance? But I was complimenting you on your appearance. Like, well, I don't need you to compliment. I'm fine with it.
Well,
Why
it's
don't we?
also like I as a comic, I wouldn't say I'm overly sensitive, but like this, I pay attention to what's being said as I'm being brought on, because the impression that the audience has of you in the beginning is massively impactful as to how it goes. So like I hate it when people talk about things that don't relate to me as a comic. They'll be like, "This guy,
It's funny.
This guy manages the bar."
Oh, yeah, it's like
that. Just
irrelevant.
sounds like I'm not going to be funny.
Yeah.
It's like Mr. Obvious.
Yeah, exactly. And number one, irrelevant. Number two, like say, yeah, Mr. Obvious. Like, okay, and what's your point?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then so what would you say to tell people that, instead of thinking of the old, like, oh, I better not even say anything? Because like, it also gives a certain fear of like, I'm just not going to say anything. I don't want to offend anyone. But that, like when I tell people, I say, look, I'd rather you say something and then I get a bit upset and I clarify with you and then you never make that mistake again. Would you say that's similar to something as in like, I'm giving you one chance and that's it, but don't assume that you can try with every other woman as well?
I think it's not even just they're trying to hit on you. I think it's a cultural thing, and I think it's so deeply, burned into this culture of families obsessing over girls, over women's appearance, weight. I had an intern 2 years ago, and she was from a local family, studies in the US. She said to me that once she turned 18, her mom said, okay, now you're allowed to date. You need to find a husband.
Wow.
And they also kept on nagging how, like that she was fat, even though she's not. Things like that. It's just so ingrained in this culture to talk about appearance, but then also food. Because you meet Chinese families. And when you go out for dinner, they're like, set la. Like, you need to eat. But on the other hand, they're like, liu fei.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you actually want from me?
So it's that weird thing that, it's very true. It's even with a lot of Indian parties and everything, where it's like, if your hand doesn't have a drink, they're like, you need to drink right now. I'm like, no, I don't want to drink.
My wife's Korean Russian, and her grandparents, her grandfather's 93, Korean guy living in like a village outside of a village.
Yeah.
And we go out to there, and her brother brought his girlfriend over, and the grandfather just kept putting food on her plate, and it got weird. Like everyone was like, he's doing it again.
Yeah.
And at some point, he's hearing something that great. Someone's like, what do you keep putting food on a plate? He's like, so she can make a baby.
Oh man. Everyone just sits there going like, okay, that's turn away.
This guy's 93.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I can understand that.
He's not going to be woke. There's no
Yeah.
past the point of no return. And, and he's a lovable character. She wasn't insulted by it. But there's that element of like, he's 93 from Russia. Do you know what he lived through? Like
fair enough.
When you
He's
live
like
through famines and famines.
You're
and
eating.
Famines.
You're eating right now.
It's like I think that it's hard to put that up, like from our perspective as young people. I'm going to say we're young people. If that's cool with
30
you guys.
is the new young.
Yeah, I'm closer to 40, but that's fine. I always think about like with Chinese people. Like I would live in these houses, and my neighbors would be, in their 80s or stuff, and they would have these old school train of thought. And I'm like, man, these people lived through the Great Leap Forward, Cultural Revolution.
Yeah.
They had periods of
they've
time
seen stuff
where people were eating people.
Yeah.
That's not even a joke. Like,
Yeah.
they literally lived through that.
Yeah.
And I'm here like, I prefer to be referred to as they.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I think it's important, but I do think that it's... That
I would say it's both
I try to
sides.
understand, how hard it is for them to understand why, it's important.
So I would say it's like something where you see what people are doing now, and it's for you to kind of take that action to maybe change the typical course that's been happening. Like, the cultural aspect, the history, that guy's 93. Okay, you know what? Just because my great-grandfather did it that way doesn't mean I have to do it. And the world's evolving, right? So we also have to evolve with it.
I feel like it's devolving, actually.
Well, it's changing. Let's put it that way. For the good or bad.
Pause.
Yeah,
It's going somewhere that it wasn't before.
exactly, right? It's the wheels are turning somewhere, but who knows where the bus
So why don't we
going.
let's talk about Fem Founded. Like, how's that coming along now? Is that a big focus for you?
So it just launched this week, and it's a community for females to get the nudge started. Because one thing, my friends, people also call me, or my clients, I'm a people pusher. So I really like to, like get people uncomfortable to try out new things and to really get out of their comfort zone. So I help females with the branding, starting a own business, or even, side hustles.
It's kind of ironic that you're trying to make women uncomfortable.
Like, so you're trying to empower us through
making
pain?
women uncomfortable. I do that as well, actually.
Yeah. Can I volunteer, please?
That's been a big focus of my work.
Yeah. Where's my commission? So that sounds like open mic, man. I mean, like that's exactly, you're getting people up here feeling uncomfortable in front of a crowd, trying to make them laugh, or you're kind of empower them through a certain experience they got to go through, right?
And it's for people doing anything creative? Like, what's the scope
not just
of it?
creative. So there's different programs. We started with a personal branding one. So females who want to brand themselves, whether they're an entrepreneur, so still working in a company, or an entrepreneur. This is
So
gonna
just
help them.
personal branding, is that that's a career thing?
You mean?
You're talking about way layperson.
Well, helping people. So I run a marketing and consulting agency, and I worked in the past 3 years with a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And so it's a thing, helping people to brand themselves and finding their voice.
It's comedy, but it's a huge thing.
Yeah,
It's
we
obvious
have to
why
brand
we do it. We're
ourselves.
trying to sell tickets, like
Yeah.
just purely for selling tickets.
Yeah. Because the whole branding yourself thing, I suppose it's like nowadays, in today's world, it's all the personalities, right? As in,
Yeah.
you're that person. You're not always that, I have this role in this company where I'm this person now, and I can be my own company, my own brand, my own service, and I can go out there and do my thing. So what you're trying to say is that you're building a platform that basically tells people, look, you want to do something different, you want to do something that's your own, then why don't you come join this, and then we'll help you out, right? Kind of the communities help of each other. Now, so with comedy as well, that's the same thing. Like, we would do showcase shows, right? We'll come up, everyone's, doing A, doing B, and everyone comes in and does their set. So I would say it's kind of the same. The only difference is that we have to make the audience laugh, but you kind of have to help these people.
You're
kind of-
trying not to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Take you seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I try.
And so what kind of things are you starting off with now that it's launching?
So we started with a personal branding program, which is going to kick off next week. So that's a 4-week course where I take them from not having a presence or a brand, basically, to having an online brand portfolio. And, if people ask them on the street, like, what do you do? What's your elevator pitch? They can
Yeah.
tell you basically the why.
90 seconds done, boom. Like
Exactly.
that. Wow. That is very useful. Having a 90-second pitch, 90-second set list, that's really good. Okay, go on.
And it doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur, because even if you work in a corporate, nowadays we all have our passion projects, side hustles. So even then it's, important to brand yourself. And also with this job market, you don't know whenever you're going to be without a job.
So the femme element to that, is that limited to that it's women that you're focused on, or is there some other element to it that would make it differ from, a general, helping creative people?
So the focus is on females.
Just that they're women, or is there? Do you have any element to it that
Well,
would be women specific?
Anybody that defines themselves as a woman, let's be more appropriate.
Oh, I wasn't going for that at all.
So in case you want to take it. No, but one thing I discovered when working with a lot of people on their own brand is that women, they often struggle more with finding their personal voice and also what they stand for. They, often lack confidence.
So
more
would it
than
be
a
like
man.
the pressure and expectation kind of suppressing your own voice kind of issue that you're trying to deal with, right?
Exactly. There are studies that show that, men apply for a job if they fit 40% of the requirements. For women, it's 80%.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so women really need a nudge, and that's why I come in.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of telling the ladies, like, look, these guys are doing only 40% of the quality. I mean, we don't need to go that high on our standards as well. We can just go for it. And chances are, a lot of people are doubting themselves, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
That's such an interesting statistic.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a thing.
Yeah, 'cause-
big stand up.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, I'm like, come to any show.
That's like the defining characteristic
Yeah.
of every stand up.
The next comedian. Well, let's see. Let him do his set first, okay? Let's hear the set
They're
first.
like, you guys still think I'm funny, right?
Yeah.
I had on that defining people as women the other day. I was talking to a trans lady and a non-trans lady, and I got up to leave, and I went, "All right, see you later, guys, girls." And my mouth got away from me. And the
Yeah.
thing about guys is that guys is the gender-neutral phrase until you immediately scream "girls" to correct yourself.
Yeah, then you're like, oh, you made it odd
I was
now.
just
But
like-
then it's also not just girls, right? It's more ladies than girls.
True,
Because are
ladies,
they girls?
you all, them,
Yeah,
they.
it was more just that I screamed to
Yeah.
correct myself. I think the look on my face gave it away, where I was just like, ah!
Just started running. I'm like, why are you running? What's going on, Eddie? It was just me we're talking to. I'm confused now.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the branding, that sounds really fascinating. So it's basically a introduction, opening kind of thing where you brand yourself, you get to know yourself better, hopefully get empowered as well, and then take it from there. What else is there that people can be involved in?
Oh, so that's a 4-week program where I also show them, how to create a website within 2 hours, things like that. Really, everything also on a shoestring. That's one of the programs. Another one I'm launching this summer is how to go from an idea to a business plan, because that's also something that a lot of people always ask me. They're like, "Can you meet for coffee? I have this idea." And then I dig deeper and I say, "Have you validated? Have you talked to people? Have you done research? Have you done a business plan?" "No, I don't know where to start." Google it, but I don't know where, things like that.
Yeah. So a little bit more guidance, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
And after one of the worst pitches I ever heard, telling you because you're part or Indian-ish.
Yeah. I'm Indian on paper.
Oh my God, your comedy special should be called Indian-ish.
Indian-ish. Indian asterisk.
I ran a hackathon over a weekend, and one of the participants, she came up to me. She said, "Can I meet with you one of the following weeks?" And I said, "What's your idea? We are here all weekend together." "Oh, so whenever I go back to India," she's similar like you, Indian-ish, born and raised in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And whenever I go back to India to see my family, I see, people there eating with their hands, but it's staining their hands. So I came up with this idea to have gloves for fingers. And I said, because when I was 15, I did a summer job in a factory.
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
"You mean those finger condoms?"
Yeah.
And she said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Why should somebody wear them?"
Yeah.
She said, No, this is a thing. I looked up at a factory and I said, "Can I just ask you one question? If people bother that much eating with their hands, why don't they just use cutlery?"
Yeah.
That blew her mind.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, you're right."
I thought you were going to say her idea was women's only wet markets. What do you think? How's that gonna go?
Yeah. So you're like, you can only buy food that will not stain your hands. Okay,
Isn't
that's
it
the key.
already kind of like women's own?
Technically, yeah.
There you go.
Technically, right? Okay, so there we go. So that you kind of help them springboard different ideas, so they're not stuck on one
I just
road.
want to help them, to instead of pitching ideas like these where they clearly haven't thought about it, because I also talked to Indian friends about it, and they said, in these cultures, it's appropriate, but also a lot of people outside of bigger cities, like in villages, they eat with their hands because they cannot afford cutlery.
Yeah.
So how should they afford finger condoms? And also think about the environment, how bad that is.
Yeah, because it's probably disposable. You can throw it away.
I don't know.
And some people might actually use it incorrectly. They might put 2-finger condoms on, and that doesn't work. Yeah.
Or they put it somewhere else.
Their fingers get stained, right? This guy's got a dirty hand coming in with it. It's like, you better put on finger condom before you eat my food. Wow, you're not the best.
I can see your brain as soon as you got on condoms. I got a finger condom in my wallet. It's been there for too long. It's expired.
Yeah, and they're like, so when you say finger condom, you mean noun or verb noun? It's like, okay, this is a terrible idea.
You should sell them here.
Yeah, because I've been doing that for my whole life. I have the patent for that.
Using finger condoms.
Yeah, I patented the verb noun. You can patent the noun now.
That's really funny. That's really funny.
All right, so speaking of women, right,
Finger condoms to women. Smooth.
Why do we even try?
I came
was
here
like,
today.
Vivek.
I woke up. I said, "Be respectful." I already offended people on WhatsApp. Let me come down here and be a
We had
professional.
Jules Hannaford on the podcast. Jules.
Yeah, I listened to it.
Oh, you listened to it. This guy said something about what is it?
I was like, no, I was
No.
put the napkin on your mouth. Inhale deeply. It'll be fine.
Well, like-
You will be a sleep expert real soon. That's what it was. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
And today I did the whole English language grammar.
That was great.
So,
It's like, how can we violate the guest each week? That's what we're on.
all right. So
All right, finger condoms.
yeah. All right. Segue. Women. So So let me get this straight. So what you are actually doing is you're kind of like an audience at a comedy show giving live feedback. Like we'll come up there.
Sounds like your whole thing is experience that you can share with these people who really need some guidance about what they're going to do. Like fundamentally, that's it, right?
Yeah.
And
All right, we summarized everything.
Yeah, there you go.
4-week program. So someone starts up with that. They come to you every now and different events. They'll meet you. You'll be happy to more than happy to kind of share your thoughts and ideas and because also it's really good to have another person's perspective. Like comedians, we'll write a joke. We're like, this is hilarious. This is great. We come to a show. The audience is like, nope.
Yeah, the feedback is critical.
So I host a lot of startup boot camps where, people can pitch the idea, then you form teams and just work around it for a whole weekend. And I also do, workshops for accelerators and incubators all over the world. Like most random place I was in Pakistan 2 years ago.
That's Indian-ish.
Workshop.
That's Indian-ish. Yeah. Oh, Andy, that's dangerous. That's dangerous, sir.
It was part of India.
That was more
historically.
offensive than the chloroform part. No, I'm just kidding. I got it.
Yes, so it brings me everywhere. And also I speak a lot around entrepreneurship and things like that. And I get to meet a lot of entrepreneurs or future entrepreneurs. And that's basically how this whole thing started.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Belinda Esterhammer show?
Yeah. It's a podcast about the art of winging it. So I just, wanted to have my own podcast where I just talk about random musings. It's funny that a lot of people, they ask me, they're like, can I be on your podcast? Can I be on your podcast? And I'm like, you clearly haven't listened to it. It's a podcast about myself talking to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't have you as a guest because I wouldn't be winging it then. I would have to organize
what does
that.
winging it mean to you? What exactly does that mean?
So I think, apart from the tagline, which sounds catchy, it's basically just showing them an honest look behind the scenes of being an entrepreneur, a human. I talk about things like why when you're in a multi-level marketing, you're not a business owner, or even like imposter syndrome, things like that, because I really want to give people an honest look behind the scenes and what's going on.
That's really good because in comedy, that's something we get all the time, right? Like, either you have the people who think that you're always depressed, a sad clown, or they think you're always on, you're always switched on. Like interviews and, photo shoots, it's always like, oh, funny pose now, stuff like that. So you're showing people that, look, by day, all this stuff is happening, but the truth is there's a balance, right? I'm just another person. And
Look behind the curtain kind of thing.
Yeah. Because I think that's what a lot of people miss. In general, you see like this great guy news articles about this. Wow, I want to be like that person, but I'm only this person. But then they see the side and you're like, wait a second, I'm kind of like this person. And if this person is doing that, then why can't I do that? So that's another way to empower people with your podcast.
Yeah, just last week, I did a episode on why you should be your own role model. So why you don't need a role model. And one dad, he was messaging me. He said that, I'm this dad of this 10-year-old mixed girl. And if she ever needs a role model, you're going to be that person for her.
After hearing that episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, keep up the work. Yeah.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Wow. Reverse psychology works.
My compliments are usually like, hey, podcast is great. Be less racist. That'd be great.
Yeah, if dads ever email me, I'm like, I'm in trouble now.
Yeah.
I better archive that
if
immediately.
he's listening, it's like something good happened.
Take your hands off my daughter.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because I don't want to turn 93 and start, giving people food when they don't really want it. I want to know, like, what can I, as a man, kind of like be more conscious about? Right? I'm sure there's some unconscious bias or things that generally people often do. Are there any like the most common issues that you've dealt with that you're like, okay, you know what, guys? Chances are at some point...
How can we be better?
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to make it nicer where I don't kind of accept that I'm a bad guy. But yeah, how can we just be better in general?
Be an ally. If you, for example, speak at events and you, for example, get invited to speak at a panel or fireside chat and you see 4 males on there and you're, the 4th or 5th male speaking on there, ask why are there no women on there, and tell people that you're only going to speak if there's a balance between women and men. But that also just doesn't go just into being female, but also like cultural diversity. Are there enough local people? Yeah, so I think be an ally and really ask questions too. And I think if you see that somebody treats a female inappropriate or they make jokes about or comments about her appearance, just say that no, that's not right. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
So if you see something, say something. Don't just sit there and be like, well, one day it's gonna get fixed. Not me.
It's not gonna get fixed until we do something or like tear the walls down. I mean, you see that with Black Lives Matter right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I could totally imagine that if I'm like a guest on a panel discussion, I'm like, why are there no women and they kick me out and replace me? I'm like, okay. That was a good move. That was a good move.
Wait, you're not a girl?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Your CV says otherwise. I'm like, oop, typo. Sorry about that. Okay, so basically be more assertive, be an ally, and just kind of voice out.
Yeah.
Right? If you have the chance to say something. Because at some point you're a minority in some occasion, right?
And listen, I think also, and also I think just treating everybody with respect, especially in Asia. Like as a woman, especially if it's an Asian woman, chances are really high that she looks younger. But in a corporate setting, if you see a female, don't just assume that she's the secretary and already order your coffee from her. I think it's also a mindset thing that, just because you see a female in the room doesn't mean that she's, not on the same level as you.
Interesting. Yeah. So you must have 29 hours in a day or something, because you're also co-host of the #Impact podcast. And that's a different focus, right? So that's more talking about people who are having a social impact, or I guess it's related in a way.
Yeah.
So that's been a longer running project for you, right?
So I met Regina, I think 4 years ago.
Regina Larco is your co-host.
Yeah.
And what have been the highlights of that project?
Oh my God, she has so many highlights. I think, I'm so proud of her for that the podcast is still running. I think one thing nowadays that's really hard is being consistent. And, she had...
And longevity, right?
Yeah. And she had, so many, like, babies in between, but she still kept it up, and she's still dedicating so much time to it. And she has me and also several other co-hosts now who just help her also bring #Impact to some other cities. I was supposed to do some interviews also in places like Canada, where I was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago before everything hit off. But now that I'm in Hong Kong, I help her with the Hong Kong part. But I think it's great that she brought people together and really showcased all these change makers in Hong Kong, because a lot of people working for NGOs, especially if they're more the underdogs, people don't really hear about them and their stories. And I think it's great that she gives them her mic basically, and they can speak.
Is there anyone that stood out to you as being like more interesting or changed your perspective about what's going on in Hong Kong or any of the other places they did?
I think one of the people that I love, I mean, he's like Hong Kong's darling. I think it's Jeff from from Impact Hong Kong.
You're right.
Oh,
So you guys
Rottmeier.
are not related, right?
Oh, Jeff Rottmeier?
Yeah.
So this
Oh.
is Impact. They're doing charity work.
Impact HK and #Impact are not related at all. Regina started the podcast before she met Jeff, and he was in season 1. And this year he was on her season when
I think I might have met that guy.
You probably have at some events and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, I did do an Impact event of feeding.
well, there you go. Yeah,
the
so he
homeless.
probably
Yeah.
was there. Yeah, he helps a lot of homeless.
And that's an incredible operation.
He
Oh,
used
yeah.
to be, he's from Canada. He was an English teacher, and he came here. He lived in North Point and, saw the homeless situation there. Started just organizing these walks, handing out food. And then it became such a big thing that, 2 or 3 years ago, he left his job and he's doing it full time now. It's a registered charity. They have several, they have a store also now where they sell secondhand clothes in Kowloon. And they also hired 42 homeless people in their shops, but they also feed over 2,000 people every week.
It's phenomenal, the volume. So Maitreya, who's one of the comedians at the club, she cooks an insane amount of food for them, and they, we all just went out there and handed it out, and it's just crazy how many people they're getting through.
Yeah, I mean, you would never expect that in Hong Kong, right? But that is a big issue as well. Because I know I met Jeff and we were talking, and because I helped him at some other events as well, fundraisers and all that, and it was just mind blowing to look at the stats. I'm like, are you serious? This is Hong Kong?
Yeah.
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 Have you seen the house prices?
Yeah. Well, I mean, true. That doesn't. Well, now that you put it that way, it
Shocked
does.
that people are homeless in the most expensive.
I mean, every 5th person in Hong Kong lives below the poverty line.
Yeah, I read that. That
What
was
that
terrible.
stat? I didn't hear that. Can you say
Every
that?
5th person in Hong Kong lives under the poverty line.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's painful, man. I mean,
Yeah.
what
I know,
what
I'm
broke
there.
my heart what broke my heart the most was the fact that there are actually people who are in these conditions in a place like Hong Kong. Like
It's
to
interesting
see.
there were white people.
Well, yeah.
But seriously.
Yeah, there are. And the weirdest thing I have to say is that we're not that far apart physically. It's like literally a 30-minute drive. You can go from one of the richest areas in Hong Kong to like a whole poor area where you're like, this is crazy.
It used to shock me about Shanghai. I remember when I first was living in one of the early places I lived in, there were Ferraris in the building in the car park underneath our compound, and they would come out, and at the exit there were people who didn't have bathrooms, who were showering in a bucket.
Wow.
And the car, and I never got a photo of it, but you could see a Ferrari next to them. They'd live in they're right next to each other. I thought that was always a function of how quickly the city had developed. Though.
Yeah, too fast,
Didn't have
right?
a time to kind of gentrify and move. Not that you want, not as a positive thing, but I think in most places, those under the poverty line have been pushed out to other areas.
It's kind of like braces, right? When you use it too fast, it just breaks your teeth a lot. Versus that actually makes it beautiful if you do it slowly.
But it's so common in Asia. When I lived in the Philippines, I was living in my skyrise in the CBD.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's rough.
Next door at 7-Eleven, you had homeless people every day sleeping there with their whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure my neighbors who can see right through my window are looking at me going like, this poverty.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous,
He's right
man.
there.
Yeah, and I'm just a messy
Look away.
They're just throwing food through the window.
Yeah, they're like, yeah. My whole floor is a mess. Like, this poor guy. Needs help.
All right, so where can people find you online? What are they looking at?
BelindaEsterhammer.com.
And that's got everything on there. So
Everything on there, all my links, podcast links, everything.
well, thank you so much for coming on
Thanks
today.
for having me.
It's been a lot of fun.